Hope you're having a good day. Hope your day was productive. Today I'm studying Jorge Jimenez, and yeah, like someone suggested Jorge Jimenez, and I'm doing a study of Jorge Jimenez. Um, yeah, so Jorge Jimenez is a very skilled artist, right? Jorge Jimenez is a very skilled artist. Let's look at some of his works. He's a very skilled artist, and I went on Pinterest to just download some of his works. He's a very skilled artist, and he works with values a lot. He works with values a lot. Like he doesn't ink in like the traditional way that people ink. Hello Pro, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. How's your day? How's school? You said you're on spring break, right? How's the break going? How's the holiday? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. I'm doing well myself. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Um, Hope your family is all right. Yeah. So about Jorge Jimenez, he works with values a lot. Like if you were to compare him side by side with artists like David Finch, with artists like Jim Lee, with artists like Jason Fabok, with even mangakas, right? His art style is quite different. He doesn't ink like the traditional Western comic book artist, but he also doesn't um, also ink like the traditional manga artist. Even though his style is a bit similar to both manga artists, it's like a fusion of both manga artists and Western comic book artists. First day been good. Getting new hairstyle after a year and a half helped today feel better. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. A haircut can really, when you see how, like, when you get a fresh trim, it can really improve, your mood because of, how fresh you can look. How, you're getting that new look, especially when you go to the mirror. Yeah, it's nice, man. Nice. That's good. Cool drawing, by the way. Oh, this is not mine. This is not mine. This is another artist. It's the artist we're studying today, or I'm studying today, rather. Uh, yeah. So, like about this artist, he doesn't work like the traditional manga artist. Neither does he work like the traditional Western artist, in my opinion. He applies a lot of. It's a bit similar to Dan Mora, to be fair, in terms of like he uses texture a lot. I would say he uses texture a lot more than Dan Mora does. So if you look at his art, the way he applies blacks, right? If you were to look at someone like Jason Fabok would apply blacks and then he'd add hatching lines. But the way Jimenez does his blacks is that he applies his blacks and then he does some sort of like texture thing around the edges to sort of create some kind of weird gradation and create like a lighter black tone to create some sort of soft edges around the drawings. And he does this for the hair. He does this for, like, if you look at this punch right now here, you see that the the outfit, his costume, right? You're seeing that he's not using the typical hatching lines, right, to create the form of his entire arm. He's using like values, almost sort of like he's painting it, right? It's the same thing with like even his motion lines, the motion lines he's doing. He doesn't always do typical motion lines, but he sort of uses textures a lot. And the person that colors his work like really kills it every single time. Like if you look at the coloring of his work, it's absolutely amazing. His action scenes too are really good. They remind me a lot of manga, like because manga does a lot of distortions whenever they are doing their motion lines. They do a lot of distortions and uh, like their blur lines. They do a lot of blur lines as well. Another thing about his art is that he does like the foreground. He does a lot of blur lines with the foreground. If you even look at the texture around this character, I believe this is Oracle. If you look at the texture around like her jaws, it doesn't necessarily put like plain black. You can see it's not even like the edges, right? It's sort of like gray around her skin, and around her hair as well to indicate shadows. I get what you're saying. Also, 10 people watching right now. That's crazy. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess there were 10 before, but now there are 5. But either way, welcome all 5 of you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Um, I think distortion lines are very cool. Yeah, yeah, they are very cool. They are very cool. It shows and like it sells the motion very well. It sells the motion very well, especially if he's showing like the spittle and then the blood that is coming after the impact. Yeah, so that's why he's quite different from other artists. If you look at other artists' ink and like their expression, if they were to do like a shot like this, you would be seeing hatching lines around the faces. You wouldn't be seeing like all these deaths. Like this death could be there, but like he they do approach shadows a lot differently um, than he does. This is another example. You can see he uses hatching lines, but not a lot. He uses it very minimally, especially because of the fact that he's using a lot of texture. So he's trying to create that decent amount of contrast between using texture, which sort of forces the costume that he's drawing, and like with his skilled application of light, it forces the drawing to look a bit realistic, especially with the light direction. So even here, as you can see, like if someone like Jason Fabok were to draw this pose, you would be seeing a lot of abs. You'd be seeing a lot of ab drawing, like even though it's pure black, you'll be seeing a lot of highlights for the abs and like the muscles of the chest. But uh, Jorge Jimenez just focuses on the shape to sort of sell how muscular the character is. Um, do you know Newton's third law? I don't know. Is it the one with for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction? Is that the one? I don't know, man. What is it? I think that's the first law. I think that's the first law. Yeah. So yeah, there will be a lot different. Is what I'm trying to say. So like, let me show you. Is there like an image of Batman? Yeah, this is the black and white, and look at the colors. The artist that does his colors is really skilled. I can't lie. Like the colors of the comic book pages, like the inks itself are really good, but the colors of the comic book pages are just like exceptional. They're exceptionally good. Oh, it's that one. Oh yeah. Then which one is the first one? What's the first law of motion then? Um, yeah, yeah. So very skilled artist. The way he also adds like this whitish lines around the clothes to sell both the texture and to sell both the the lines on the clothes, like to sell the lines on the clothes, the creasing on the clothes, especially for something like black leather, because these are superheroes, so they sort of have like they're wearing a sort of black leather around their body. uh this is morning I thought of something. I thought of some Wait, this morning I thought of something applying. Wait, what? I thought of something applying to that, but I'll tell you later since I'm interested in what you're explaining. Oh, all right, no problem, man. I'm always open to hearing what you're saying. Uh, like whatever it is you want to talk about, we can talk about it. Uh, no problem. I can always multitask with regarding to chatting about both topics. So the thing you need to note here is like the values of the outfit. As you can see, this one over here is one value, right? It's the same thing with this value over here. They're quite similar. So that's the first value. The second value is the pure black, right? The third value is this level of lighting that is coming towards some sort of a sort of rim light that's coming towards the side, and then we then have the pure white, or like the lightest value. So there are three values at which he's working with. You could add an extra one value for this like hatching lines across, not hatching lines, but like roughness around his faces. um and also this value over here, over his clothes, is also the same value around his hair as well. Just something to take note of. Yeah, so very important. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know how I could achieve this texture. I don't know how I could achieve this texture. It looks like his art is, he's very skilled, but his art kind of like confuses me. I can't lie, because I don't like sort of know the brush he's using to like achieve uh, whatever that is that he's achieving. Like that highlights, those highlights, especially for metals or like leather. Or this Jim Lee, separate. So you can see like this Jim Lee. So you can see how different his own style is from Jiminez's style. So this is both. These are both Wonder Woman. These are both Wonder Woman. But see how his own is a bit more simplistic. His art is a bit more simplistic. Like the hair, like just the hair alone. Looking at the hair alone, it's similar to when I was talking about Danmora and how simple Danmora makes his hair versus how someone like Jim Lee makes his hair. Look at Jim Lee's hair. Even though this image is not that clear, well, I hope you can see like the detailing on the hair, and like it's a lot more detailed than this one. And it's the same thing for the face as well. The face is very manga-ish, even though like Jim Lee also has like instances where he does that as well. But he does his stuff very simplistic, but then he goes like things like chair. You could see things like chair. He could add texture to things like chairs, and like what do you call them? Office chairs, for instance. Like I really like the rendering with the blacks. Like he's very good at rendering leather and blacks and clothes. It really sells the characters, and it also sells like if you look at how like the contrast is really nice. So he makes the face very simple, right? Makes the muscles very simple, but then the contrast is that the clothes with this very little effects that he adds, it makes the clothes to look a bit more realistic. So yeah, it's very nice stuff. Also his facial expression, it looks simple, which I mean in concept it is simple, but like it is he understands his facial construction very well. He understands facial construction very well, but like in concept, his expressions are very simple. You wouldn't catch Jason Fabok drawing like the nose like this. You wouldn't. He's a bit more detailed. Even the same thing goes for like Jim Lee with the expressions as well. So like if you look at his background, you see that thing I was talking about with regards to values, like gradation from darkest to lightest. So you can see like in this panel over here, her outfits, like it's also the same principle that applies to foreground, midground, and background, right? So because of the perspective and the distance between this skyscraper building over here and the building in which she's standing in, the building in her background is going to be of a lighter value, and the building in the foreground, which is where she's standing, is going to be of a darker value, because it's where it's going to indicate where the focus is most located at. So you're going to see her outfits in black, right? And then our environment very closest to her in black as well. Just something to take note of. Hello Val, how you doing? What's up? How's the day going? Oh, you just joined. So I'm talking about Jorge Jimenez. Jorge Jimenez is a comic book artist. He's very skilled, quite popular in fact. I would say his style is quite similar to Dan Mora. I've done a study of Dan Mora before, in the sense that they lean a bit close to manga sometimes, and they like Jorge Jimenez doesn't draw like a typical Western comic book artist. and he doesn't draw like a typical manga artist. He's like somewhere in between. uh I would say sometimes he's a bit closer to, in most drawings is a bit closer to Western than manga, and in most drawings is a bit closer to manga than Western. But he has found a way to successfully blend the two styles together to achieve incredible art. He's very good with doing with rendering clothes. If you look at this clothes that she's wearing, it's deceptively simple, but ideally it's not. He kind of understands value very well. Like even with the skin, I don't see a lot of manga or comic book artists that render like this. The only place you probably see a rendering like this is is in manga, where they know that they are not going to color their pages anytime soon. Same thing with this area here. So like the background is going to have is there's a lot of chaos and a lot going on in the background. So he's not necessarily going to make the cape detailed. So he just applies the concept of detailed in terms of his clothes and the values, and the clothes is darker, simple in terms of his cape, and then detailed in terms of like the background that he's using. And of course he has to, because of the amount of chaos going on in the background, he has to play with the values so that the main figure is going to like stand out a lot. And yeah, that is real skill, and that's real understanding of values. So that's why I say he's like a master of like values. So and he plays with it very skillfully. You wouldn't notice, but he does. And another thing is that values and the way he applies texture as well, those are the two most important things when you are looking at Jorge Jimenez. And you won't notice so much hatching lines like other comic book artists. Like look at this figure, right? You can see the values, the way the values are playing. You're seeing like grays around the face, like to indicate where the lighting is coming from and where it's going. But if I were to take you to different artists like Jim Lee, for instance, and you were to check out Jim Lee's rendering, right? There is a play of value, but the play of value is mostly with hatching lines, as you can see. The play of value is mostly with hatching lines. He doesn't use intermediate like in between colors a lot. As you can see, like he just uses pure black. He uses a lot of hatching lines, right? And then he uses like the second value, which is like the white. He uses that a lot. So those are like some key differences between how he renders versus how other like artists renders. So just something to note there. So I'm just going to like do a study of this work here. I really like it. And then of course the coloring. The coloring is really good, man. The coloring is really good. The artist that like the colorist, I don't know who colors his work, but the colorist is really good. Like it's really good. Just look at that. Like the black and white is really good, but the coloring as well, it just perfectly complements what he's trying to do. Anyways, I've done a sketch. um, I did a quick sketch before I started. I was trying out the nine-headed technique I was looking at from Batsia's book. uh, if you checked my shorts, I don't know if I published it here, but I've been studying Batsia's book on making comics, and he was talking about the nine-headed technique to achieve proper proportion with regards to the characters that you draw. And whenever I draw, I always notice that like the heads of my characters are a little bit too small, and so like today I just decided to try out that technique for drawing the head, and we're going to see how it ends up. So we just have this very rough draft here, and we're going to start. Yeah, pro. So you can ask what you can say what you wanted to say with regarding to Newton's third law of motion. If you guys have any question, you can ask. But I'm going to try and do like a series of studies uh, to sort of properly understand his work, because I'm also going to try and do um, expression studies as well, because the way he draws expressions is quite different. And of course, rather than drawing Superman directly, I'm going to use my character as a reference, because like I always try to say, whenever I'm doing these studies to learn something, but I also want to be able to apply what I'm learning immediately into something I'm going to be drawing a lot, which is my character, to be fair. So that is why I do a lot of studies involving my character. Plus, it's selfish. Hello, Wizzy. How you doing, man? How's the day going? I hope you're having a good day. It's a beautiful day, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah. And his lines too are also simple. He uses very simple lines. Like if this were another artist, they probably do something like this for the arm, right? But he just goes very simple. It doesn't mean that Superman is not muscular, but he just uses like really simple lines. Plus the fact that he's always working on a lot of projects, so I guess that definitely contributes. So he might not add the amount of detail that he wants to add to his work. So you're just there. Hello, sleep. We have pro in the chat today. Your rival, your arch nemesis. I said menaces. Nemesis. Your arch or arch nemesis. My God, Englishman. I've missed the rivalry. Guys, I have to go, but I might be back in like an hour or so. All right, bro. See you later. Oh, seems like Pro is docking, is docking sleep. How you doing, sleep? What's popping? How's the day going? How's work? How's work? How's work looking? Please no walk talk during breaks. You just have these lines. You just have these lines for every situation. All right. Then what can you tell me about the day? What can you tell me about the day? If you can't tell me about work, sleep, what can you tell me about? Wheezy, have you been able to, download any coding app for your phone so that you can start practicing coding? Or you're still searching? I guess it's because I write a lot of dialogue. Oh, that's true. That's true. Have you been able um to organize the story of that character you were writing? The one you asked us for input about? Uh, whose input were you able to take? It was fine. I'm tired, but that's not news. Nothing wrong with saying it. There's nothing wrong with saying it again. God damn it. Let me procrastinate. All right, all right, all right. Procrastinate in peace. What's that meme? There's a meme that goes on Twitter and it just perfectly encapsulates how it is whenever we're chatting. Uh, man talking to wall. Exactly. This is the meme. Whenever we are chatting, this is what it's always like. It's like I'm getting nothing, like absolutely nothing at all. Superman Loki looks like Shazam. I actually think it's the other way around. Shazam looks like Superman. It's because of uh, they they it's a variation. It's a variant of Superman, like a variation of Superman. And all these guys, all these superheroes, they were all inspired by Superman. Um, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I like that. If there's one thing you're going to get about Jorge Jimenez art is the fact of like how he uses shapes. Like he doesn't detail a lot. He doesn't add too many useless lines. Like everything he draws, it just has to be efficient and straight to the point. So you can see to get his work properly, you kind of have to understand the silhouette that he's working in. Very important. Talking to an entertaining world. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You do have your moments. You do have your moments. I have to give you that. You do have your moments. Mm. Mm, 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 So it looks very clear. Is that sarcasm? Is that is that sarcasm? Wait. Wait, are you joking? Or are you being are you being serious? Are you being serious? Sadio Mane is the best player in the world. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sadio Mane is the best player in the world. I don't do if buts or maybes. I do absolutes. Mhm. All right. Can I ask another question? Probably this one you'll be able to answer it. Um, have you been watching anything lately? Any movies? Have you been reading any books? Any, what do they call it now? Anything? Any literature that you'd like to share? You know? Oh my God, I made the hand too big. Yo. I think I was doing too much there. So here, I guess I have to reduce this one a little wee bit. A wee bit. I have to reduce it a wee bit. Series of unfortunate events. Series of unfortunate events. Oh, yeah, I watched this a very long time ago. I watched it when I was, I don't know, quite young. That's the word. But I believe the series came out a while ago, didn't it? Uh, yeah, I watched it, and yeah, I liked how it was quirky. It was a quirky series. Um, I think there's a lady, and I say lady, a girl, a child, and she has like two siblings, I think, and she's sort of like taking care of the two siblings. I don't remember exactly the plot of the story, but I think she was like a mom to them. I think were they orphans? The three of them. I think the three of them were orphans. Oh yeah, you watched it when you were younger too. Yeah, but if you just like recently completed it, I didn't complete it. But I heard it's a really good show. It's a jolly good show. Um, yes, I like the humor. Um, Axel Count Olaf trying to steal their fortune. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what he was doing. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So they were rich. I think they were rich. Or like they were left a fortune or something like that by their parents, something along those lines. And then that dude with the interesting look, he looks like the Joker to be fair. Um, and then he's trying to steal like the children's wealth. I liked the siblings. I really liked the siblings. I liked the girl. I liked the guy, the boy. I mean, how am I calling them adults? They're kids. I like the boy, but the boy sounded very intelligent. I like or am I mistaking that with someone else? And I like the baby sister. Did the baby sister have some ability or something? Like the baby sister, I believe she was not like normal. Um, I don't think she was at least. Yeah, but anyways, yo, those thighs, man, those thighs. Right away, you're already seeing like the difference between this guy's art and that of other artists. It's a bit more. I don't want to say cartoony because that might be the wrong word. You can see animators adapting it though. You can see animators adapting his art style. Baby sister Sonny had the sharp teeth. Oh, she had the sharp teeth. Ah, you said you Loki had a crush on him, the Joker man, the guy who's trying to steal their wealth. I have crushes on the weirdest things. You and what's her name? Irene. You guys just I swear you guys would you guys would crush on a nail if you if it was conscious. Uh, is the nail interesting though? Ah, I get it now. I get it. I get it. There was a story I read where it's this first law story um uh, that I've been recommending to you guys by Joe Abercrombie. And in the second version of the series, well, basically there are there's the Northmen, right? The Northmen are kind of like the guys from what's that George R. R. Martin's book. the north, like the north, like they're like the guys from the north, like the Vikings looking guys, right? And they usually name people in very interesting ways. And there was a character in the second book series, and his name was Neil. And Neil was very tall, lanky, but weirdly muscular, and that's why they called him the Nail, I think. You would like First Law. You would like First Law. Did you get to talk to Irene about the art she posted? Yeah, I did, but she didn't reply me in terms of like, she's like the arts that were invisible. Uh, I've even forgotten what she said. Did she even mention? Like, I asked her about it. I don't think she stated anything. The the cape adds so much aura. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Fortunately, my character, not unfortunately, I actually like him without cape. Um, my character has no capes except the skirt thing that he has around him. The thing that flaps around, and his that stuff behind his head. And First Law, yeah, yeah, First Law. You can check it. I promise you, you enjoy the book. I promise you. I promise you, you enjoy the book, especially knowing the kind of person you are. You know, you will thank me for my book recommendation. You would love it. There's a character there who's a cripple. I'm very, I like you. You would like him. You'd like him. And then there's a guy called Logan Nine Fingers. You would like that guy too. Logan Nine Fingers. Um, there's another one. What's his name? Like, you just like the characters. You like all the characters. They're just fun to spend time with, and especially when you go on to the next series. What's the name of the characters? There's I think it's Savine Danglokta. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, there's a lot of characters you love. There's a quirky character named, what's her name again? Uh, I don't know, man. But you just like, you have me hooked. I'll try to read it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can try the audiobook as well. The audiobook, like, I know most people don't like audiobook. They sort of snob at it. Most people claim it's not real reading. But I promise you, you will love the audiobook. Like, you know, audiobooks can be hit or miss, but I promise you, this one's a hit. Uh, One of my favorite audiobook narrators of all time. I also like the guy that did the George R. R. Martin one. Anyways, we're getting the shape. Let me flip this to see if there's any ugly thing in my art. It looks pretty decent so far, I guess. It's looking decent. All right. It's looking decent. Let me adjust the angle of the head. I think that will sort it out. Hello, crappy guy. Crappy art guy. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. This is my friend, sleep deprived. She's the only one on stream right now. Yeah, but well, we're just chatting. We're just chatting about stuff. You said, where do I read listen to audiobooks. I I I go through Jack Sparrow method because um Amazon doesn't work in my country. Basically, Amazon doesn't work in my country, so I can't access audiobooks. And even if I like try to pay for it, like they don't accept me. And for some reason, like even with VPN, like I'm unable to access the audiobooks. So I have to, you know, become Captain Jack Sparrow. Lots of limitations where I'm from. Um, you know, PayPal does not function in my country, you know. So I have issues like with clients most times whenever they try to pay me. So I'm having to use Payoneer and some other weird means to receive money. I'm also practicing right now. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. What are you practicing? What are you drawing? Sleep say bro wrote one message and got crowned. That just shows the pool I have. Wait, but you were always being crowned, sleep. Like, why? Why? Wait, that's actually true. That's actually. Wait. Patron and gift cards. Oh, are you like talking about an alternative? Oh, you mostly do Patreon and gift cards and mostly anatomy. Do you have like content like that I can check you in? Like, are you are you like incognito? Can you guys hear me? One day, these streams won't have problem. One day, one day these streams won't have any problems. Uh, uh, Crappy said I post TikTok and just started on YouTube. Oh, that's cool. Welcome to the YouTube grind. By the way, my phone just overheated. It just started catching fire. No, you weren't having network issues, man. My phone reached boiling point. Yeah. But anyways, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Uh, I promise the technology will be upgraded. I know we are operating with Iron Man in the cave technology, but eventually it will be better. Yeah, so oh, I don't use them, they're just payment alternatives. I've never gotten outside work before. Oh, all right. All right. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. The way his face looks, like you can really underestimate how tiny the facial features are and how large the rest of the head is. How does mine look like? I'm going to curve mine a bit. We're not Tony Stark. What a bunch of scraps. This Superman has that Justice League Superman's look, where he just has these eyes. His eyes is like this. Reminds me of Dan Mora. Uh, Jorge Jorge Dan and Simone are my go-to when it comes to comic art. Is that Simone or Simeone? Who is Jorge Dan? Superman looks mad. Yours looks madly displeased. Good. You pointed out. That's spot on. uh, Bye, Wiz. I just feel like Wiz is always itching to say okay, bye. Like, when you're eating food or you're eating a meal and you actually have a part of the meal that you like, and it just feels like Wiz is always itching to reach that part, and okay, bye is that part. You see, that's the weird thing about this guy's art. You know, from the outside, it looks simple, but once you go deeper, you just see that the guy is, as they say, his art is not beans. So, why are you hating the man for saying goodbye? No, like it's not him saying goodbye. So you know what happened? So I really made fun of me for always saying, "Good day, Irene. How you doing?" Right? And it's like it's like something I always said, and I didn't know that I always said that whenever like she came on stream. So what then happened was that once I actually looked at it, I always said hi in that format, that exact format, like as if it was a script, like clockwork. So like for Wheezy, it's sort of like the same. I'm not hating on him saying goodbye. I like his line flexibility. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Can't lie. Yeah, exactly. Like he makes the. It's what I was talking about earlier. He makes the faces or like the body of the characters. He makes it simple, and then he makes the clothes right, like the lighting on the clothes. He makes it complex. Not necessarily complex. Like he just uses texture brushes, for it. That head looks very tiny for this body. What is pH? Just assume I don't know slangs. Just assume I don't know slangs. Assume you're talking to your 80-year-old grandpa and just use full sentences. Oh, Port Harcourt. Oh, are you Nigerian? You be Nigerian? You be Niger boy? Now you come here, they speak English. No, I'm not. I'm not in. I'm not a PH. I'm not in PH. I'm at. I'm at Plateau State at the moment. They speak English normally. Talk. The way you just come, I think say na one guy from diaspora. Ooh, chop rice, chop rice. We feel relate for WhatsApp. Yeah, no wahala, no wahala. You say you did TikTok, wa? Like my Instagram, they like link, ba. My Instagram, they link for bio. Like just you can just click on the link and message me on IG. Then we'll chat because I'm currently using my phone to stream. So I can't chat. Like I can't chat now. Also sleep. Uh, if your handle is different on IG, just make sure you tell me that it's crappy art guy, so that I'll know. Yo, sleep. What's the issue? Anyways, I'm okay with that for now. I'll work on the details later. What does what mean? Here's a trick for if I'm ever confused about a jaw. Let me share it with you guys. So whenever I want to draw a jaw, let's say I draw a face like this, right? And let's say this is the head, this the eyes, this is the nose, right? This is the mouth. And I'm confused about like the angles of the jaw so that the jaw doesn't look weird like this. What I then do is that I just simply draw a straight line and draw my center line, and then I drag the jaw to be here, and then I put this over here like this, and then that gives me an accurate jaw. And I can make the jaw as slim as possible depending on the angle that I'm looking at the jaw at. So that's sort of what I'm going to do here. Thanks, but I'll pass. Very antisocial kind of person. People scare me. People scare me. People scare you, but a humanoid nail wouldn't scare you. Is that how it is? People scare you, but like a humanoid nail, like give me embrace. You'd embrace a humanoid nail, a conscious humanoid nail, for that matter. Anyways, let me start inking this. Uh, See, you don't know if that laughing emoji is murderous or joyous. What do you want me to think? Yes. So what you're saying is that people are dangerous. The nail is fictional. People are real. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, sorry. Someone just was just talking to me, so I had to respond. I was talking to someone off screen. Yeah, I turned off the volume for a minute. I was talking to someone off screen. Hello, Charlie. How you doing, man? Charlie, uh, this is a new acquaintance of mine. His name is Scrappy Art Guy. I probably know him, but I don't know. Uh, but we're going to get to know each other very soon, offline. Uh, I sounded. Yeah, and Crappy Art Guy. This is my friend Charlie as well. Charlie is from the UK. He's a very funny guy. Makes me laugh every single time. Whether he's funnier than sleep remains to be seen. It's a tie, I'd say. It's a tie. Yeah, it sounded sauce. I noted that immediately I said it. That's why I just I didn't say anymore. Yeah, Crappy is from Nigeria. What the hell, man? Come on, guys, come on. Crappy art guy is from Nigeria, so you guys are crazy. Crappy art guy is from Nigeria, so uh, we can relate offline. Is what I'm trying to say. I would happily relate. I'd happily relate with the rest of you. Look at Charlie. I'd happily relate with the rest of you guys, but you guys don't do social media. So you guys are not serious, man. No, screw this thing. I want my guy to have his mask. I want him to have his mask. You guys are not real. You guys are not real. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I'm weak. Yo, Charlie, chill, man, chill. Oh, gosh. Ah, yeah, sleep. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Yo, that took me off guard. That took me off guard. been holding in that lap for 35 years. Jeez. Lord. Ah. He's not allowed to laugh at all. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Never change, Charlie. Never change. Yo, Charlie. Ah, crappy art guy. He means like he means his shape. He means his shape. Have you seen a Dorito? I think just go and check like what a Dorito is, and come back and look at like and look at this Superman. No, serious man. Ah, oh my goodness. Whew. Good one, good one, good one. Anyways, I'm putting on the mask. You know, or I could do. I could do like. The thing about my character's mask is that his mask comes with this stuff, and I really want to add this stuff. I'll just do the mask. I believe the inking of like his art, his style of inking will be simple. So, oh, I'm asking what he means by you've been holding it for 35 years. He's talking about the way I'm laughing, how much I'm laughing. So you know when like something has been accumulated for a while, like a water in a dam, uh, and the dam is overflowing, and then you just release the water, it could like crush, it could crush the structure of the dam. So that's sort of like what he's talking about in relations to my laugh and its release. Whew. Dun, 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 dun. I'm being serious. John, can you locate where Superman's nipples are in that reference? Yeah, his nipples are not shown though. But I mean, his nipple will be where nipples are typically. uh, like the nipples will be around here. I was there like new location for nipples. Well, I'm truly honored. Wouldn't you like to know? Exactly. Exactly. You know what? I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that line a lot. I'm going to start using that line a lot. Why is he taking it so serious? Oh, I wait. Did you mean that you're, like his chest is so big that his nipples would be like you couldn't locate his nipples? Is that like what you're saying? Thank you for being our nipple scout. Wait, why are you talking about crappy? I think I'll start inking directly. Built like a shield. A man of steel. Verily. He has a treasure chest. Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Like that. Nice play on words. João Pedro. I guess you could say he has a treasure chest. Treasure treasure, treasure, treasure chest. Abdulkadir Uzanov. John, should I go to sleep? Yes, you should go to sleep. Sleep is very important. Sleep is very important. Sleep is very important. You have a big day tomorrow. Free will and all that. A healthy response? Disgusting. Fuck you. You are looking for some of that toxicity. Sleep deprived for a reason. Exactly. Exactly. Very on brand. Very on brand. Those stickers, man. Wait, am I am I am I seeing double, or like, are you repeating the question again? Is this some kind of test? Wait, is your name Baron Art Questions? Wait. What do you mean by Baron? Are you talking about Dune or like something else? God, I hope I didn't fumble that. John, how do you practice gestures? I gather a group of poses that I like, that I think are cool, and I draw them. Something akin to this. I don't have the original images for this, but uh, these are basically athletes. This is a person holding a knife, and this is a person with a basketball, and this is a person with a baseball. It's about to throw a baseball, and this is a boxer And what was this person doing again? I don't remember. But this person was doing like a lawn tennis. Yeah. So you just gather a group of references, a lot of them, and just practice. It's the same thing over here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So whenever I do the studies, like the gesture studies, I try and keep it simple, like not overcomplicate it. So I try to use CSL, CSL lines basically. And what that does is that, like, if it helps you not think too much. So rather than drawing this lady's um this shape, rather than drawing it like this, yeah, I just draw it as a single reverse S, and this area as well as an S, and I draw this area as a C, and what else? Yeah, so that's kind of what I do for all the drawings, and it just simplifies it. And I work on instinct, and I try not to erase it. I try to work within a time frame, but not. I'm not so rigid about it. So that's how I got better at doing gesture drawing. I'm not like that good at it, but it helps whenever you're drawing. Um, it helps. Wait, what? Is that based off of you flexing? Oh my goodness. Bro, I have very little muscle mass, man. Those were actual like athletes references. Like none of those were mine. None of those were mine. Flexing in the mirror. So I'm guessing the answer you won't sleep is no. Don't go to bed. Don't go to sleep. Stay awake for the next 72 hours, and doom scroll as much as possible, I guess. Doom scroll as much as possible, and you know, don't drink water as well, I guess. Uh, Stay on the screen till the blue lights burn past your glasses and into your pupil, and no, into your iris, and then into your pupil, and then into your sclera, and then into to the point where it burns away all your run and corn cells. Is that what they call them? And then burns deep into your brain, I guess. Uh, women's position. Oh, you mean I was being a bit sauce? Oh, all right. So don't worry, John. You have lots of muscle mass. How do you pronounce pupil? I guess it's pupil. Oh, we pronounce it pupil over here, though. I don't know where you're from, how you pronounce it. Am I right, Charlie? It's pronounced pupil. Poop peel. Poop peel. Ah, yes. Ask the posh aristocrat. He's posh for a reason. Poop. Poop peel. I love it. All right, I'll search it.
Pupil.
Oh, it's pupil, not pupil. 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 Can you hear it?
Pupil.
Pupil. Pupil.
Pupil.
Pupil. So much for such a little word. Pupil. He said pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Poo poo. Oh my goodness. John might have outlaughed himself this stream. Ooh, oh my goodness. Poo poo. Poo poo. Yo, sleep must hate that joke. Whew. Poo poo. Poo poo. Ah. 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 God, Charlie, man. Oh. Exactly. He literally said pew pew. Yo, my head, man. Yeah, I did. I did literally say pew pew. Pew pew. Look how thin his lines are. His lines are so thin. It's like he's always itching to get to the texture part of the work. Like he could give two shits about the inking. Ah, Arim, how you doing? Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. I have a fellow Eminem fan over here. No one wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. Hello, guys. What the hell, Irene? What are you doing? You're exposing me. He pronounces hour. He pronounces ah as hour. Yeah, exactly. It's true. What I meant is that like he likes the texture so much that he he doesn't care about like not that he doesn't care. He's always itching to everyone has their favorite parts like whenever they're drawing. So I think his favorite part is the texturing. So he's always itching to get it done. What's pissing me off is that I don't know sort of like the brush to use for like his the inking, like the texture, right? I have brushes that are kind of similar, but I don't know the exact brush he used. So, but I'm sure it's on like Clip Studio Paint or something. Ooh, that's how I pronounce it. Ooh, so I guess unintentionally posh. Unintentionally posh. And if I have the validation of a Brit, I guess I'm good. So you guys have to learn from my pronunciation. Line work is the word you're looking for. Exactly. Although I'm Irish by blood, so sometimes it's it's what? It's ahe. Ahe. What? Ahe. 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 Ah. Ahi. As in ah. Wait, Irish pronunciation of ah.
Hour.
What's that?
Hour.
Yeah, why am I not getting the? Why is this showing me this? Or don't I know how to use Google? Ooey. Ooey. It's saying ooey. Ooey. Ah. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it now. Ah. Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, he hurries the line walk. Exactly, crappy. Exactly. Push, push, push. Trying to understand, bro. Trying to understand, bro, is way harder than understanding Adele's accent. Well, I guess that's a compliment to me. Have you ever heard Scousers' accents? Especially those that talk fast. It's very difficult. Every time Charlie uses the T emoji, I have an inexplicable urge to throw crates of tea into the ocean. Ah, like the pirates. Ah. I spent an hour in the what? I spent, I spent an hour in the Pasha. It's like there was the need of the O and W and E. Sha, sha. Damn, that's quite funny. Yo, I spent an hour in the Pasha. Hmm. How many? Wait, what? That's how many that talks anyway. That talks for the win. That talks for the win. Do Irish people always drink beer? Everyone drinks beer, Irene. It's just that it's always in different versions. Everyone has their own unique type of beer. It seems you've been considering drinking, Irene. I believe this is the second time you've asked about beer. Bear, bear. Bear, bear. Can I have some bear? Yep, 247. Damn. Look at that emoji that Charlie sent. Irene, are talks angry all the time? Yes, they are. Damn. Because we have no reason not to be, not to be. Wait, what? We have no reason not to be. What? We have no reason not to be not angry. Hmm. But I'm a chill person. John knows me. Exactly. Exactly. Um, minus 10 degrees. Irim is minus 10 degrees. Nothing to smile about in my life. You're not gonna ask me how I know you're a Turk. You se- you searched Irene name. Look how light the line work is, like extremely light. There's no like, I mean, there's some line weight, but there's no like. Nope. Damn. How do you know it? Delicate lines. Yes, his lines are very delicate, and then he then brings in the thunder, which is the textures. Lord help me with that part. Lord help me with that part. If there's one thing I'm going to pick from him, it's the way he draws. Um, is the way he applies textures to clothes or materials that have darker values. You'll never know, Irene. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Sleep? Why are you like this? Just give the lady the information. It won't do you nothing. It won't cost you nothing. It's I'm having a bad day. Struggling with what I say. Despicable me. I'm having a bad day. Struggling with what I say. Hello, Isa. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Are the cats well fed? Do well to answer in the affirmative. Ah, groove. Ah, By the way, in Turkish, we call Jesus Isa. Really? I didn't know that. Uh, Bro, did you have to study a lot of perspective? I promise you, man, I've never studied perspective in my life. And that's very unfortunate. And I've had a very, 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 very long life. And I've never sat down to actually study perspective. The only time I studied perspective was when I was in secondary school. And my arts teacher was teaching it. He was teaching about 1 point perspective and 2 point perspective. And that was the only time I practiced perspective drawing in my life. Uh, is that George or Jorge? Because that Trandino is sounding very South American. Whenever there is an Inyo in the name, I always feel it's Brazilian. The kings of the greatest sport in the world. You are so good and never studied. I'm so good because I pretend, man. I pretend. Like if you were to give me an environment art, I'd probably fumble it. Very, 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 very well. Very, very. Thanks, George. Thank you. I went to a match, so it was a good day. Like left, right, bow, turn. Also, just with the hearts, turn left. Is that the type of march you're talking about? I think that's the type of march you're talking about. What is the march? What was the march about? What was the march about? Oh, Jorge. But is it is it Jorge? Jorge. Yeah, I hate perspective too, crappy. But I'm going to learn to love it eventually. I'm going to learn to love it. I have no choice. With this, this is the only thing I'm good at. So, you know. New Mexico. Guys, unfortunate news. I have to sleep. That's not unfortunate news, man. That's good news. The fact that your eyes can close. That's great news. It means you are still very young and healthy. The human the human bodily functions have caught up to me. Yeah. I'll soon join you. I don't think I'll be able to finish this study today. Cause yeah, it's a lot, man. It's not a lot, like his style is very, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say simple, but like the idea is simple in practice. It's simple in practice, but in execution, it's yeah. But good night, Charlie. Good night. Thanks for making me laugh my innards out. I appreciate it. The inard bender. Oh wait. That sounded sus. I meant that in a good way. Uh, uh, I'm from Brazil. Oh, yeah, I guess right. I guess right. It's nice, nice. That's nice. First time I'm seeing someone from Brazil on the stream. Welcome, um, Jorge, I guess. I hope I pronounced that well, and I'm not butchering your name, man. Sorry about that. John, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. Uh, I'm from Nigeria. Brazil isn't safe country, I guess. Nah, man, Brazil is chill. Brazil is chill. I hear they have good weather there as well. 21. 21 and you're still young and healthy. Exactly. That shit guy. Sleep is from Jupiter. Of course you're from Jupiter. Of course. You're the you're the you're the seeker of secrets, but the giver of none. Today's march is in commemoration of the military dictatorship in Argentina 50 days ago and the people that disappeared. Oh, oh, that's, oh, sorry about that. We have similar cases in my country, but they don't do nothing about that. Our government is eh, like he'd see the list of deaths and he won't even address the country. I promise you, if you guys are looking for a joke of a president, hope they don't come and take me, by the way. If you're looking for a joke of a president, just watch my president's interviews and his address of the people, and you would laugh. You would think this is like a comic book character that is ruling a country, but it's actually a real person. Sure, buddy. Sure. No, no worries, John. Hmm. Crappy arts. I'm sorry. It's just so funny whenever I read that name. Damn, I got ghosted. You did? Argentina's president is also a big joke. It hurts to hear him talk. I bet you it's nothing compared to mine. I promise you. It is nothing compared to mine. I promise you. Yo, what are you on? Why you why you why you waving? Why you waving? Sleep. What's going on? Uh Irene, sleep. I said sleep. Irene, Wheezy, he went out. Um, I don't think he's coming back today. Sleep, explain, please. Isa, were you able to do any drawings today? Or was like the match really exhausting? The sun alone. Oof. Uh, yo, gotta go. My battery is 1%. Whee. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good night's rest, by the way. Have a good night's rest. Irene, queen of never charging her phone. You drew one figure drawing? Ah, what did you draw exactly? Uh, is it a lady? What was the character doing? Walking, standing, posing? Pretty lazy today. Yeah, I get how you feel. I was lazy myself. Uh very lazy, actually. Not just a little bit. Very lazy. Irem, guys, not ire. Exactly. Ire means wrath in English. Ire means, you know, so much anger, or you can just say wrath. Is it wrath or wrath? I think it's wrath. This guy says item. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was just a guy. He was throwing like a big stick. Oh, is it a baseball stick? Is that what they call it? Baseball. Yeah, guys. Why are you calling Irem Aya? Aya, an item. Come on, guys. This is my Ninja brother said an item. Oh, you thought this was Aya. Oh. What's happening when one word, one letter stands for, is it that it's standing for two letters and then it means, two different words if you separate them? I don't know what they call that. But I'm sure it's in the English language. I could learn a thing or two with regards to how this guy renders. You just shape language. Look how you're able to transform. Like even look at the belts on the character. Mm. Mastantuono. Uh, what the hell? How are you going to render all of that? Like his rendering is deceptively simple, and you can look at it both ways, both simple or difficult. But well, I guess it's kind of difficult, to be fair. But you just kind of need to understand that if you're able to get this brush that he has, it might actually be easier than you think. The first stage, I think, like on how to get this correctly, is to get the blacks in, like the areas with the darkest values. You sort of have to get them in. And the way he draws, he doesn't like put a lot of muscle in terms of like the forms of the muscle. He just like kind of gets the entire shape of the character. uh he just gets the entire shape of the character, like how like barrel chested this Superman is. He just focuses on this shape, this barrel chest shape, and he tries to render based on the lighting rather than based on the muscle. So that is how it renders. If this were to be another artist, you'd probably see more detailing like around the chest area, and you'd probably see like the muscles of the abs a bit more defined. But he doesn't do that. Like even though like the lighting, based on the light's direction, light is coming from the like outside, they would still like indicate, even though these areas would probably be filled with black, they'll still like indicate lots of areas for the abs and the muscles to probably properly define it. But that's that. I almost deleted my inking line. That would have been traumatic. Thank God for undo. Say with his sweat and tears. Oh no, he will get electrocuted with his tablet because of my sweat and tears. Like he doesn't even put the neck muscles, man. Like this guy, man. Yeah. I'm so sad. Um, these superheroes only make me think bodybuilder. All the eggs, what he must, all the eggs he must eat. Oh, not just eggs. Probably like he must eat a lot of goats, lots of cows. You know, what's the most nutritious um protein meat? Lamb? Is it lamb? Uh yeah, a lot of meats and eggs. But they use a like Sleep said, they use a lot of bodybuilder references. Like if you look at proper bodybuilders, oh my goodness, the amount of muscle mass they have, it's just insane. Anyways, this looks very, very basic. Like you see how basic that is? Like to show you that like this guy's art style is so not me. Like it's very, very far from what he has. Like I made a lot of mistake like while working on this. So now I'm going to add the textures, and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Um, we'll see how it goes. Oh my god, man. I think chicken. Lisa is busy trying to figure out their diet. And all the fats for sure. They probably be using a customized toilet. Yeah, because if you see the glutes that these guys possess, they are their gluteus maximus, their muscle, as we call it over here, their nyash muscle. It's crazy, guys. More than you can believe. More than you can believe. Sleep said I'm out. You really don't like them fat jokes. Anything relating to the relating to the lower region, you're not interested. Yansh. uh, could be it could be any gender, obviously. I'm so sorry for the cleaning lady. I guess they have to do their cleaning themselves. This line art looks good. Um, like perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So symmetric, so symmetrical. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. Ah, chum. So this will be the first part. We'll have to add those texture effects later. So let's just get through this part. Hmm. The way he would do this mask, uh, he would add he would add that texture a lot on this mask and make it look like proper metal. Yeah, I also enjoy that process too. Like the blacks just make it look very solid. Like when you just fill in when you just create the borders and just fill in the blacks, it's just so, I don't know, it's so fun. Don't forget to post the finished products. Bye. No problem. I don't think I would finish it this stream. This stream though. It's going to be a lot, so I don't think I'll finish it this stream. Probably the next one, and then I'll start the next study in the next stream as well. Well, have a good night's sleep. Uh, have a good night. I'm so afraid of pursuing illustration, but it feels so good to draw. Exactly, it is. It is. It depends on what you want to do. What do you want to work on as an artist? Do you want to tell stories? Do you want to like the process you like? Do you want to create concept art? Do you want to, you know, it depends on what you want to do. Do you like viz dev? Do you like animation, like the background art for animation? Do you like what else do they have? What else do they have? Splash arts, all those League of Legends arts. Do you like splash arts? It depends on what you want. Uh, it's going to affect your choices, like on what you want to specialize in. Um, I liked I liked a lot of art styles when I was younger, and I still do, but I just finally decided to sit down one day and just pick one. And ever since then, like my soul has been at ease because I've finally made a decision on the art style that I want to, on like the art I want to do, basically. Actually, I have no idea. I like drawing pretty much everything every day. I feel like drawing something. Okay, every day I feel like drawing something different. Oh yeah, I understand you. Like, you don't have to pick anything now, but you kind of just have to have it at the back of your mind. Experiment as much as possible. That's why you can try as many different things as possible. So if you see an art that you like, don't hesitate to copy it and see how it's done. Because I also liked 3D art as well. I liked ZBrush, sculpting in ZBrush, even though I never properly tried it. I like sculpting in ZBrush. Um, I like 3D basically. I like creating characters. Like, but I had to just pick one, and the one I decided to pick was comic books, making comics. So with regards to this area here, of that's his chest. If we open this, you see that that's his chest area. That's his chest area, and these muscles that are being highlighted here, those are like his obliques. Or serratus muscle, obliques and serratus muscle. So it's kind of important to know that so that you know why he's applying light in that particular area of the body. I wanted to do a course on children's picture book, but I also like drawing more mature looking characters. And like I was saying the other day, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, if there's anything that piques your interest, you are very young, so it's not like there's any like, how would I put it? It's not like there's any rush. So just take your time and experiment as much as possible. If there is something you like, maybe if there's something you like or you see an art style that you like, just try it. Just try it out. If you try it out and you don't like it, that's how you'll be able to filter out the things that you like and the things that you don't like. That is the only way you'll be able to do that. So it's very important to experiment. So experiment as much as possible. Because for me, I when I was doing works, like, because I worked on Fiverr for a couple of years, like I was doing freelance on Fiverr for a couple of years, and throughout my time there, I did a lot of work. I did a ton of work. A lot of the things I did were not things I actually wanted to do, but I had to learn on the job most of the time. So I'm like, plus because I really needed money, so like whatever they would want me to do, I would nod to the affirmative that yes, I can do it, yes, I can get it done for them. And so that is what I did. I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned. And what that did was that it gave me a lot of experience in knowing the type of things, knowing the type of art that I like. And I like character design, but it's not necessarily what I would like to specialize on. I like creating stories. So that is what I just decided to, specialize on. So whatever it is, you just pick one, and you just start working on it. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. I think the cape is blocking the light, but for my character, he doesn't have a cape, so there won't be any need for the lights to be blocked. These are things you kind of have to note by yourself whenever you're doing studies that doesn't involve copying. So you see how the values of this is arm, it reduced so that it's not going to make this part of his body like just completely dark. And then you see like these white lines are done to create creasing, and plus like the light blast from like behind him. um there's no power and my system is low, so I'm gonna have to stop drawing now. All right, bro, no problem. Make sure you send that message on Instagram. I'll check it out. uh you're welcome, Isa. You're welcome. You're welcome anytime. If you have any questions, just let me any more questions, just let me know. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Sh- Give me a few, I'll be back. All right, bro. I'm just going to apply the blacks for now, and then I'll continue tomorrow and properly apply the texture and see how it looks. But for now, we're just going to apply the blacks. and see how it looks by the end of the stream. All right, so it's coming around smoothly. Coming around smoothly. This entire place is going to be black. Ah, John, man. All right, interesting. It's almost like he's painting. And I feel like the art should be more angular. What he'd usually do in areas like this is he just put in a bit of light to just separate it. But within it. Yeah, alright, I'm almost done for now. Then tomorrow we'll add the textures and we'll do another study. I can't lie, this isn't like my vibe in terms of like how he does his texturing. Like I'm sitting here struggling with not adding hatches to this, but it's a fun experience in terms of like I could, if this is successful, I've added like a new tool to my arsenal in terms of adding inks and playing with values, and it's something I could take on and add to my own comic. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for now. I think that should be a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that'll be it for now, and then tomorrow we'll continue. I want to add this. All right, so hopefully tomorrow we'll add something. Hmm. It's, hmm. It looks really cool. You could try merging the two styles. Exactly. That's the point of the studies, to find a way to fuse the art styles together, so that fuse art styles basically together. So let's say I could pick one thing from artist A, and I may not like everything artist A has done, but then when I go to artist B, I may pick another thing from artist B. I may not like everything artist B does, but I could fuse the things from artist A and artist B that I like to my own art, and those my art preferences are what becomes my art style. and that's what will make my own art unique. And at the end of the day, that's the sort of like the purpose of doing these art studies. And yeah, I would encourage people to do art studies as well. So this is where I'll stop for today. I really like, if there's one thing I like how he applies the blacks. I like how much the blacks are, and there's a bit of like the lighting is a bit cinematic too as well. It looks quite cinematic. It looks like a storyboard, like a scene from a storyboard for an animated movie. Or using a different one depending on the feeling you want to give. Exactly, that's true. But I'm going to try and discipline myself with regards to just studying his style, even though it ends up being very horrible. I don't think like this art study is going to end up, you know, uh, like when I'm done with it. I don't think I'm going to like how it ends, but it's still part of the learning process. So I'm going to use it like that. Anyway, sir, thanks for staying with me till the end. I really appreciate it. Uh, I'm going to, you know, uh, I'm going to turn off the stream now. I hope you have a good night's rest, and say hi to your cats for me. Uh, I hope they enjoy more food. Send my love to them, and the rest of you, good night. Thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you tomorrow.